Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.
Hey, welcome to Ride Along Live for today, Tuesday on the ride. As you come in, go ahead and share up the thing. Hit that share button. I share. Hey, Lydia, how you doing? Pick up yourself. My post at 7 p.m. Apologize. I mean 6 p.m. Lydia, I just wanted to see if you guys are paying attention, all right? Margaret, how you doing? Big up yourself. Welcome to the ride. Sonia, everybody. Guys, today, we're going to be chatting live with Edson Mitchell, the AJAMU. I know all you know who AJAMU is. Yeah, I'm talking about the 9-time Calypso King of Grenada, Carriacou and P.T. Martin. Let me tell you, AJAMU has been, for many, many years, the most consistent Calypso soca artist, right? As we saw just a couple days ago, AJAMU Kingman is now singing to the Kingman. He has just recently baptized, but this particular program will be talking about the Kingman, his journey into music. Not only as an artist on stage, he's also a musician, right? He contributed so much to the upbringing. Even myself, ladies and gentlemen, even myself, I have been tremendously influenced by Kingman AJAMU. Growing up in music, listening to his music, brought you big hits, massive hits like Open Up the Door, Double Tenor Gal. Too much to mention. Too much hits to mention. Lick Them Down. You could name it. Tons of hits. AJAMU is joining us live here today, guys. And while we're going on with the program, I want you guys to just compile a list of songs that you know and love for AJAMU. Half of them, or probably all of them, I know word for word, verbatimly. Yeah, we're going to talk to AJAMU shortly. So go ahead and share up the thing. Hey, Carla, how you doing? Welcome to the ride. Wendy, thank you so much. Welcome to the ride. Nice. Wendy say my favorite is Never Get Weary. Take it. Open Up the Door. A whole list of hits. We're just working on AJAMU. He just sorting out his... AJAMU, are you there? All right, AJAMU, we just lost connection with AJAMU. He just sort out and come back in, and then we bring him on one time. I want to dedicate the majority of the program to talking with the Kingman, because AJAMU, as everyone know, he has contributed so much for the industry. So much. A living legend. Let's see if we could bring him on. Jamo, are you there? Okay, Jamo, if you're there, we're not seeing you. We're just seeing a black spot. So you may just want to just recycle and come back in. All right? Because we're not seeing you at all. All right? Let we start out with AJAMU, guys. Let we start out with AJAMU. But before we start with the King Man, let me know if you guys remember this one.
Yeah, AJAMU want to stop singing Calypso. I can't believe that at all. Stop singing Calypso? AJAMU crazy? If you do that, I'm killing him dead. Where him? Where's him? Where's AJAMU? Where's him?
Put something on the keyboard, Zema. Oi, 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 oi. We gon' mash them down. We gon' lick them down. Check. I decide to stop singing Calypso, but my fans and them keep telling me no. All my female fans start behaving strange. They say if I stop, they killing me dead. I say the competition causing too much confusion, and I really can't tell the reason why. But every time I win a crown, certain fellas in the tongue, they trying their best to juke out me eye. They say they go put me down, they threatening with license gun, criticizing every song that I sing. So before they get in a rage and shoot me down on the stage, I'm finishing with this Calypso thing. But they tell me lick them down, AJAMU lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. I tell you lick them down, AJAMU lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. Don't mind the old talk, don't mind the gossip, don't let nothing they say stand in your way. Oi, oi, oi. I tell you lick them down, AJAMU lick them down. Boy, I tell you lick them down, AJAMU keep them down. Oh, we gon' lick them down, we gon' mash them down. On the telephone, the fans knocking me. They say, AJAMU, what you doing to me? I know no man say, young fella, you're mad. You're making a mistake and you'll be sad. So long we supporting you. Now look what you want to do. Man of your own self, you should be ashamed. You call yourself a warrior, now you want to surrender. Man, I really feel you should change your name. Because of some stupid threat, you're getting nervous and sweat. Now you want to throw your talent away. Although it is your own choice, but take my stupid advice. Let them fellas learn the thing the hard way. I tell you, lick them down, AJAMU lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. I tell you, lick them down, AJAMU lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. Don't mind the old talk, don't mind the gossip, don't let nothing they say stand in your way. Oi, 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 oi. I tell you, lick them down, AJAMU lick them down. Boy, I tell you, lick them down, AJAMU lick them down. Whoa, yo, 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 yo. go lick them down. If they want they crown, we go knock them down. Flat, flat on the ground. Boy, oy, oy, oy. Boy, oy, oy, oy. Jump. The carnival fever is in the air, but I cannot sleep, I have a nightmare. What to really do, my friends, I don't know. Oh God, my body in heat, I feel to explode. My family start to complain, they think that I am insane. So they tell me, please go and sing your song. My grandmother tell me, son, I think it's time that you learn. On top of the stage is where you belong. Forget about what people say. You got lots of fans out there, and I know for sure they won't let you down. So you must be realistic. Don't get caught up in the trick. Let them know this year we ain't making fun. I tell you, lick them down. AJAMU, lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. I tell you, lick them down. AJAMU, lick them down. Every time they come, lick them to the ground. Don't mind the old talk, don't mind the gossip. Don't let nothing they say stand in your way. Oi, 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 oi. I tell you, lick them down. AJAMU, lick them down. Boy, I tell you, lick them down. AJAMU.
Let's try this again. Let's try this again. All right, Jamu, are you hearing me?
I'm hearing you and I'm seeing you.
Right. Okay. Earlier they wasn't hearing me, but now you're hearing me. My bad. I pressed the wrong button. Edson Mitchell, the AJAMU, my brother. How the hell are you doing?
I'm doing heavenly good.
Heavenly good. You're doing heavenly good. Yes. Great answer.
So, nothing like hell now, man.
Nothing like that. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Heavenly.
I agree.
It's heavenly.
Now. Heavenly. AJAMU, I'm happy. I'm happy to have you on the program here today. The last time we were in the ride, remember that in Brooklyn? We drove around. We had such an amazing time.
Yes. It's been a while too.
Yes. It was a great experience. But today, I want to talk about the new vision, the new focus, the new music of AJAMU. But I kind of want to go down memory lane a bit, AJAMU, right? The history behind the music, the man behind the music. How did you start it into the music, AJAMU? What was the introduction for you? Or how were you introduced to the music, soca?
Well, soca music, as far as I know, is I mean, it started as music for me, and then what we know was calypso.
Right.
I started very young, from primary school in the school cultural group, and I guess that's where it began. After this, I think I was still in school at the time. I opportunity to link up with an old musician from Wester Hall named Mr. Joe Shaw, and he had a band named 3+2.
Right.
And I was fortunate to get in the mix with that band, and that's where everything started. playing in the dance and developing my because that's where I really learned to play the different instrument, because the access to all the musical instruments, and I really by kind of picking up residents at the band house, you know, because I grew up, there was nothing as that such, you know. It was a scarce commodity, you know.
Right.
And I used to out where everyone might have a guitar, because I didn't have a guitar on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I would hang out with a friend and whoever that have access, you know, and get an opportunity to practice and so on. But it's 3+2 was like the foundation, apart from the small groups that we had in the school. But my first major league playing with the band 3+2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because one of the most impressive thing about AJAMU, besides the fact that you are a superb artist, a performer that a lot of people emulate over the years, you are a musician that play like almost every instrument.
I'm a musician before anything else. It's kind of sad that plenty of people don't really know that, or the people, you know. But I'm a musician before an entertainer. I was very shy, you know.
Right.
I was a very shy. And my early career, when I got my break in 1980s, coming up through the 90s,
Yeah.
I was still very, you know, interviews and stuff like that. I used to be running away from interviews. And then, you know, I finally reached to that platform where I couldn't avoid it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It comes with the package, you know. So I had to brace myself and adapt to what was going on, because, you know, I had to do it. But I was a very shy person. And in terms of was acting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
in the village, Mama Can always had a culture group, you know, which we refer to as a folk group. I used to be involved and doing plays and good ballet drummer. So I used to be drumming and, you know, to accompany the dancers. And Mama Can, we had one. They had in the revolution, they had Congress. Oh, well, what was that? Congress 89, 81, 81.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And major competition, you know.
Right.
And Mama Can, we know of the players from our group had the opportunity to visit Cuba as a prize for all. And yeah, but basically for me, I was comfortable making people laugh, you know, because what I know.
But that's one thing that I guess nobody knew. I can't imagine after seeing AJAMU performing on stage, doing all these antiques, and you were actually shy before that.
Yeah, when I say shy in that sense, you know, that's what I'm trying to explain in a verbal sense, you know, because people want the most quiet one in the class, you know, in my classroom. I do, as a result of that, I think a lot of people sort of tend to gravitate, because people still refer to me as AJAMU is a cool guy,
Right. Yeah.
a loud kind of person, But in a I would call in a visual sense, in a visual sense, I used to say more, because I was very, I would say, talented, because even I used to do martial arts too, and back is we used to look at a lot of kung fu movie, we would try to emulate Bruce Lee and John Liu, Plastic Man,
Yeah.
like acrobat stuff, I mean, splitting and all kind of things. So in a visual sense, I remember this, and my mom would still make reference to that. Always used to be like the life of the Sunday evening cricket in the community or in the pasture. When there were always these ladies, things like there were a woman, an old woman I remember. Well, though I used to be someone who bake a cake and put it up phone and things like that to the past Sunday and sell that. And there were other people who would make ice cream and they would be selling peanuts and all those things. And I would go to the park, performing some kind of trick or doing something, dancing, or what I mean. I used to do this. See you winding your belly, what I mean. And I used to wind my belly. I used to make my belly do some funny tricks. And people used to buy me stuff, they would give me ice cream and things like that. So that's where the entertainment really started.
I see.
So that's really had a big problem getting into entertaining, honest, and that was just a natural gift that I think I had. First, I took part in Calypso. People were amazed. It was like, where this guy come from? This youth, what I mean? But from a very early stage. And my thing is, I was very conscious. So I've been following, like, because back in those days, late 70s, 80s, Trinidad Carnival, I mean, even in Grenada Carnival, Trinidad Carnival was what it played on the pan, on the road, and in the parties and so on. And I was very conscious about quality, because we always look at Trinidad as the Mecca. So I understood the people. So I thought that when I started to sing Calypso, I didn't want to go with, I wanted to make Calypso with chord progression, So I started some chord progression that I was hearing nothing but from Trinidad,
Right.
And the micro, and that is the building my Calypso. So when I get on the stage, I already know how to kind of thing and move from one side of the stage to the next, how to communicate with people. Thing that I've been looking at the Mighty Sparrow and all those great guys. I've been looking before I get into it.
Yeah. Let me just say, the folks were just saying that they're having a little bit of a problem with the audio. It's just a little internet issue that he's having on his end, but I want you guys to listen attentively. All right. I know you guys could listen attentively. So just listen attentively, because they might be hearing piece of a word that's cutting out due to the internet connection, but just pay attention, because there's very important information that you could gather. And I know all you know how to listen attentively. It's not something that you're lacking at all. All right. So it's not an internet problem on the show. It's just a slight internet issue that you have coming into our system here. That's why you're not hearing him so clearly. Okay. All right, guys. JAMU competition. Let's go into that realm. You started competition. What was your first competition like?
Well, competition on the for me, when I really started to compete was in 1986. When I say compete, you know, I mean, because before that I took part in prior to me making the final in 1986.
Right.
And I was pushed into it because it's not something that I really was you know. I never was excited about competition, you know. I just thought that I had a gift to write songs and to sing at a certain level, you know.
Right.
They say, the people thought that I was good. I was never happy with my tone, you know, because from a very, very early age growing up, you know, my siblings they used to tease me, saying as, you know, my mom had a little name that she used to tease me. Because I speak, and when I speak, but to me, when I started singing, it's like to my nose, you know, and I must give thanks to the Lineal Silly. In 1986, when I came second, at the time with Anselm Glenn Latush, Dr. Anselm Glenn Latush, who is now I know him as the of the building company Creative Designs. And they were the Creative Designs. And I was working on that cable and wireless building on the current. And you know, when lunchtime we used to just, you know, have a little bit of fun, and we would be balcony, and we could see everybody who passed in, you know, on the coronage. And Scorpion was passing one day, you know, and you know, I hail him out and thing like that to me. You see, man, you say you good. You say you're good, but you damn nose, man. Sing from here, and he knock in his stomach, you know. So I don't know how he meant it, you know. But for what I know, that's how the brother was. He would shoot straight. He would, you know.
Right.
So maybe my friends, they thought that he was like giving me sticks, you know, man. But to me, that was like, and that kind of pushed me to and try to sing from a diaphragm instead of singing from an. And I think he was right. And I did a lot of work on that, you know. I think people can hear that my vocal has become more polished over the years because I'm working on that, you know. But it was just in terms of my success, it happened so fast. You know, my development was like lightning speed, you know. Start when musician was still going to and say catch me today, you know, I mean, like that, and then say okay, you know. And then with the help of a man named Carl Rose,
Yeah.
who is still to me, is a very good friend of mine. And he was always a very innovative kind of person. And he's a music fan. He plays, but not, on the level that I play. He knows music and he loves music. And I remember it was in 1986, 1985, when he introduced, because what he did is he hired James Clarkson to come and to arrange all the music and write them out and score sheet. I cannot forget this because the first horn players that we had reading music was Brian Huss and a guy called Lincoln who used to play trumpet, but we used to call him Chubby. We call him Chubby. They came in and then things just take a turn from it was just the right springboard for me being so, you know what I mean? Because at those times I've been hearing all these kind of things in my head, into calypso, introducing using not just the 1-4-5, the 6, and using a lot of flat, So I would move from G and instead basically and go into C, and then I start doing things like into a B natural, into a C, like I build the song My Grenade.
Yeah.
Those kind of tones there, that was non-existent. That was those existent in.
So how do music come to you? Being a musician, again, guys, let me just tell the folks that just jump on the live. If you just started watching, we're talking to living legend AJAMU, all right? And we are paying tribute to the man. He have contributed so much to the music. There have been so many artists who are performing a day like today, and because of the inspiration, one way or the other, from folks like AJAMU, I remember myself, he was one of my great inspiration as well, growing up, listening to AJAMU, and by that time there, I was young. I couldn't even go to the masquerade. I used to listen to it on the radio. That's how we used to listen to it. And but he definitely inspired a lot of people. And today we're paying tribute to the man himself, Kingman AJAMU. So AJAMU was saying, how music come to you? Because you being a musician, you have it both, best of both worlds. You could interpret the music, and then you have the music, the songs. How does it come to you?
Well, I think like a lot of good songwriters, it's an inspired thing, you know what I mean? You would be in the shower, an idea come, but it's what you do with the idea. Tell you something. There's a gentleman that was involved in my life, and he such a wonderful thing for me that money couldn't buy. And must mention Arthur Stephen, the Smokey here, because Smokey was the one kind of opened me up to the theory part of music,
Right. Yes.
And then Smokey was a police band. He was a member of the Royal Grenada Police Band, and Smokey's, and but he was able to go and write the music arranger, but in my head I didn't know how to write it on paper. So I was inspired. If he's doing that and he's so good, then I should learn to do that. And I taught myself to read and write music. But the man I'm speaking about, that with a springboard for being the kind of producer, a great part of my achievement I would give is Alison Celestine, and people know him as the heavyweight because back in the 70s, 80s, he was the heavyweight in New York. And what he did in 1987, he recorded a session that Smokey and I did at Moss International Studio. And he took that and took it to America, and he cut my first chord, which was Calypso Warrior, and I think the flip side of that is. But what Ali did is one day, I used to hang in New York at the time in the 80s. I used to live in and Ali just showed up on Wilmore one day with about that thick, you know. And it's a book on musical arrangement. And I don't know, apparently he maybe went to some store, he saw the book, and he turned out, well, if this is this. So he bought me the book. And I started studying that book. So I learned about how to put music together. And then Ali J introduced in touch, which is the most remarkable thing that ever happened to my musical career. As one, my teacher, my musically, because working with Frankie in the studio, like going to classes, you know, going to college, university, and a level, you know, because you learn so much. The platform that was provided and the foundation that was musically, that gives me the ability to not fight up to writers, if you understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
You could tell me something, could take that and turn it into a song.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so let's. What about the song? My favorite song is "Open Up the Door." That was my favorite song for many years. My favorite song of all time. What was the story behind that one?
The story was that was not a song. That "Open Up the Door" was not a song. You listen to this, and this is as true as God, as true as the gospel of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Right? When I got married, all right? And we had our first baby girl, Princess. But you know, I had 5 kids prior to my marriage.
Okay.
So I have 5 girls, 5 beautiful princesses, and 2 kings. Yeah, but Princess, which was number 6, babysit Princess. So my wife, she works. That time she was working butts and deaths with the registry, and I would take her to work in the morning, and then I would come home and I have task. It's called a Porter 1 or something. Porter 1. Yeah. It was a 4-track cassette recorder. Produced all my demos on that. And then I would to the usher, to Ali J, you know, to decide what we do after that. My job was to babysit my daughter, to write songs and do demos and all of that. So I was working on an album at the time, and that, I think that was in 1990. Early 19. My daughter was born in 1989. Yes, and that was in. So I was working on my album for 1990 Carnival. So that that evening, I didn't go to pick up my wife, but she took the bus. All right.
Right.
So she came home, and I was inside. She outside, and I going to open the door for her. Open up the door, let me come in. Singing that. So she come in and
That was it?
bother with that. That ain't good. Play around like that, what I mean? So she was in my chops. I don't know if she thought I was working on, but I just sing that spontaneously as she was coming and I opened the door so she could come in. And I just go into the door and I sing, open up the door. And that was it. Open up the door. And she said, nah. She said, no, brother. And my wife, she's not a musician.
Yeah.
That lady is the strangest. She would come to the studio. Right? I'll do some work and I say, listen to this already. And she say, I need some way. and she will say, the trumpet. She don't know what the trumpet is.
Wow.
But she would say, but I take everything that. Listen, people don't understand me. They branded me as this cocky person who think that who works with me, they're gonna tell you that this guy they use this to describe me. I'm not a perfectionist, but I believe always want to do what I'm doing at the best of my ability. Somebody would give me some idea that I would listen. So I don't just laugh at what she say when she's out to see if the trumpet and say, but the trumpet song loud in short. But it's something else. So when she said that, I said, okay, so I'm gonna write a song. Right?
And that was it. Open up the door.
And then I did the demo and I sent it to Ali J. That year, Ali J decided not to work with Frankie McIntyre, to send me to Trinidad so I could get that Trinidad. And he got me hooked up with this gentleman named Godwin Bowen at his soul rest in peace. I went down there. I spent it and we recorded. Well, at that time we would call it a mini album because the song on that album there was Open Up the Door, which was the road my double tenor girl who altered classic for the pan, and I had another song titled Do It for the Children, which is favorite composition until my until right. And he sent me to Trinidad. Was the one who arranged the song, and I played on records, even all the records that Frankie McIntyre had. I would play guitars on them. So almost every record that I would say I did. Sometimes it may have another guitar player, but the guitar player was out that those little licks and things that you hear, and
that was you.
That was AJAMU. And
in the ninth
from the time,
go ahead.
Yeah, from the time, the way how Godwin Bowen introduced this, I thought that was something crazy about that, and I think that's too much about open up the door. But
Mhm.
you hear the part that thumping, pumping, Latin thing that begins the song. This is crazy. This is crazy arrangement. It was a marriage between everything, and that is what he and make them get hooked and to open up the door. So I'm not blaming you. You said that's your. I mean,
Now it
that's
is my ultimate favorite one. Let me talk to people real quick, guys. Guys, we apologize. There might be a little bit of a static in the audio, but I know you guys still hearing everything clearly. We're speaking here with living legend King Ajamu, 9-time Calypso King, right? So I hope you guys, I hope the audio is not that bad and you guys able to, well, there are quite a few people still watching, so it can't be that bad. So just keep listening, guys. Very, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. And I'm happy that you guys sticking around to learn more about Ajamu and his musical journey. Ajamu in the 90s, which I think was the, how should I put it? Was the best era for calypso music, for soca music.
I think so. Without a
Yeah,
doubt, I
absolutely.
the
You
night.
had,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, you had Inspector, you had a Jamo, you had
Yeah,
Black Wizard. Competition was like, yeah, the Mashka. That is the hype of the season.
yeah, that's what I was going to say because that was the most rivalry in calypso. You know,
Yes.
the most deadly rivalry, and I think that really brings out everyone.
Yeah.
And I think with two other guys, but that I must say this now. I'm not even quote unquote into the calypso arena like I was, but I would say it's not as a form of braggery or boast, you know, that I had brought something into the calypso which were not there,
Mhm.
and that had breathed new life into the that pecan thing. Remember, in 1986, right? Smokey
Mhm.
on a title,
Mhm.
right? I came second. I had a song called Modern Day Lodger Bless, and
Mhm.
it's a mistake. But after me coming second to Arthur Stephen the Smokey in 1986, hey, look where I am.
Yeah.
Forget about where I
Yeah.
am. Look at where I'm gonna be. and not,
Yeah.
not and so I took the form of my because Ajamu means a man who fights for what he wants. It's like a warrior. So I branded myself as this music warrior, this calypso warrior, and hence
Yes.
the reason the song is calypso warrior. And I
Yeah.
say I come back like a warrior. So you think last year was just smoke. This year is war, is fire. Because I think
Oh,
so. I use that kind of thing, and it's not brag at a boast, but it's a kind of rivalry kind of thing. Okay, look it come there. You want it? Come and take it. Look it
come
there.
and take
Come
it.
and take it now. You
Lick them down, kick them down. But no,
lick them.
that brought out the best. That brought out the best in the other artists. You know, that brought out the best in Wizard. It brought out the best in Inspector. Yo, it's like who will win? We have Jamo, we have Inspector, we have what's his name? What's his name? What's his name? What's his name? That one,
Squeezy was
Darius was there.
one.
Squeezy. Oh, I remember the rivalry between you and Squeezy. I even remember
Well, to me,
there was a lot of rivalry.
the rivalry was not the rivalry was the crown. All right,
Yeah.
because the crown was very significant too. You know, it's not like no, you know, it's basically about the money. No, but back then we were not getting no money, but it was the crown was honorable.
Right.
Now it's sad, but it's honorable now. People fighting to win 20 crowns. I would have preferred back in the 80s and 90s, which is what I did, than winning 2020, 20 something, because the honor that goes behind it, that on the name, not godly name, but on the King, because from the time I won my first, people started referring to me as King AJAMU, right?
Yeah.
In Grenada Breweries, and they have all these plaques that this guy carving out the copper and all of that. And I was that recently. My memory jogged me, and I happened to run into Trump, right? That was done back in 87. That was after I went to Calypso Monarch. Happened where they had the Grenada Calypso Monarch face on that was stick up on letters posted to international countries. That was never done. It was like a new thing. And Calypso, the Monarch title, merit to it, merit when you win the Calypso Monarch title, no smoke to go and represent Grenada outside of Grenada. And in spite, he went in there and he come last, but it's not a country, and I am so proud that I'm 100% front doing a lot of that, with due respect to the other guys. And Calypso had merit, so the title was, it had a...
You know, one thing I was so proud of is when I saw, and we jumping ahead a little bit, but you came and you did a song. I'm going to play back a piece of that song, and then you brought back all of these guys back into it. Let's take a quick listen to this one. This is King AJAMU. Let compassion reign.
In this time of great sorrows and pain, we gotta show compassion. We gotta show love.
We should not let things remain the same. We need to show compassion. We need to show love. Yes.
If tomorrow should yield another chance to return to normal again, we should never want to continue all the hurt
this was a masterpiece, Ajamu, where you basically took the old and the new, the young, everybody, and put together this masterpiece. Let compassion reign. How was that? This project, working with this project.
Junior, in my sleep tonight, I would die. This has been the most significant piece of work that I've ever done. I'm not kidding about this. I'm not exaggerating. The disappointment in this, I really thought that Grenada would have took on the role, this piece, this masterpiece of work, an international hit. I didn't do that. And that was the saddest part of this whole thing. But this is a piece of work that I would cherish for the rest of my life. I don't know how to pull anything together like this again. I'm proud of this piece of work. All the artists that, you know, the contribution that they made. This was like I think it was 26 artists, you know, 20 places all over the world. And we had the I think one of the mixes that I can't remember which one, if it was the audio, was mixed by Mr. Legs, which is one of our top producers, mixers. When I tell you, this brother, such a talented brother, you know, and he is the one who makes the separate mix of this song. At first, I didn't want anything to fall short, so to speak. I had a engineer from St. Vincent. He mixed the song. I had Mr. Legs did the mix. And what we did, we get some other international mix song engineers,
right,
to listen to the song, vote for one of the mix as the better mix. Voted the better mix.
Wow.
All right. And did to go with Mr. Legs mix. But some producers, they voted for other mix, you know, with mixes.
Right.
And I think the one that went on the audio was the mix that Mr. Legs mix was the mix that went up with the video.
Nice.
I say it's an opportunity because I was entertained of having people from different countries do a version of the song, and I was talking to Montano and Bungie Garden and the likes, and because the song really it didn't really take off, you know. I thought that well, maybe I should just, you know, save my. But I was really disappointed.
Yeah.
I was happy that when I started producing the song, that was the brainchild of Mr. Triga, right? Because Triga called me because at that time I lost my dad in COVID. It was in April. I lost my dad, and I was really going through a phase, and I turned to music, me out of that depressive kind of state. So I was doing a lot of writing. The Triga, he called me and he said, he just called me Pads. What's going on with you up there? But I realized you he said, why don't you do something, you know, to encourage people, you know, pull people together for this whole pandemic, a few of those green local artists, and he mentioned something. And when he said that, I remember that I was doing a song. I had sent this song. I started writing this song. Well, actually, I wrote the song. The song was already, because me, whenever I have a verse and a chorus for a song, I just consider it a song to finish up. And because I wanted to do the song as a different, the regular kind of calypso or soca genre, but I wanted to mix it, you know. I'd sent it to Mr. Roots and asked him to have a look at it and ideas for the drum, you know, the beat, you know, a different beat. He never really got to that. And then when I remember this song, I thought, I can't remember what is the title of the song, but I thought maybe I could just use that song. Call Mr. Roots. He said I would have to look for it because I searched my database and I couldn't find it.
Right.
So I asked Mr. Roots, and Mr. Roots said, well, he will check. But yeah, what? The kind of person I am, it's wrong with ideas and music. So that morning, and he said that, and the night, that compassion, the song, and the next morning, I sent it to I sent the lyrics, you know, so about that. And
Stick a pin right there, Jamu. We have a familiar voice on the phone. Let me see if you know this familiar voice. Caller, you live? Hello.
So I went and I told me partner Lacroix, who the captain result for the inspector. Cause I know when the boy we young in Queen's Park, all those who giving instruction are to back back. He go show them fellas how to move the ways. After Junior, I could sing high note. After that, he go bury them up in space. But when the bell ring and they say the master return, Cracker told me Specky knock out in the first round. But I'm here to let them know this is not no more. Specky couldn't believe. So I right back here again.
So tell them.
Junior, if I go to talk about the history, it go take too long because of time. But I would like to say I had most call in.
Yes.
As this is a man that when I won the crown in 1989 for the first time, as a teenager, he realized I wanted help. This man walked up to me after I beat him. I was the one that beat him in 89 because everybody had their eyes on Black Wizard and I won. And when the majority of people was criticizing me, AJAMU walked up to me and he said, youth, I realize you want help. I go help you. And this man never turned back on me for years. Travel around the world together. Times when promoters was playing cheap. I don't want to pay for 2 bedrooms. And me and him say, okay, well, we go sleep on the same bed. Share ideas, share personal stuff together. And what I tell you, there is no joke. I see that man take artists' song and write all this cool shit for them, even artists who was criticizing him and trying to beat him. This is a man that have a heart, and I'm saying that because I mean it. I don't read nothing. I don't faking, I don't pretending. I experience him, and this is a man that have a heart. And he did a lot for the culture, a lot for Grenada. Jamu, Eli Gilbert, want to say thanks for raising the standard of music in Grenada. Thanks for teaching us competition, because coming up against you was going up against the mighty Sparrow, Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson. I tell Mr. Alex that every day. I remember when I was in competition in 92 and you had Look the Crown there. I was happy to be a finalist, but I also asked myself, what are doing here tonight? Because I know, not even me alone, I know we was not beating you. Thanks. I know that musical talent came from the Almighty. I want to say thanks for everything you did for Grenada. And a man like you, they should name a street after you in Grenada. I see other countries just do it, but Grenada is a different place, and that's a different topic. We're famous for throwing away good things. I say that with no apology. Grenada, famous for throwing away good things. A man like AJAMU, they should have a name of a street or more after him. Thank you, AJAMU, for all what you do for us. Thanks again for all what you taught me and your great, great, great talent. Respect all the time, man.
Respect it, but don't respect it, this, right? Because as I was saying, speaking about what I've done for him, what he said, because I remember, when we on tour, sometimes the bassman, I remember one time they're looking for the bassman in this place called Chuda, and the bassman come and he say, I can't play tonight, He said, the man, where you can play? The man went and drink, He get drunk and he said tonight, So I was always the man, and so many times we happened, and sometimes the bassman just because Inspector time our music was really happening, because Inspector had some in the Eating Better and those kind of songs, and sometimes the bassman just can't play it. I would play the bass for him. But what Inspector, I want Inspector also helped in a great way to bring out we work so much together. What you hear is saying it's just we share in the same room. Up to now I'm running into all photographs and stuff that that we had taken from way back. And when Inspector, this guy Inspector entertainer, right? So I always say they could say what they want at youth, but that youth got talent, right? Inspector is as much he adore me. He that I gave to him. He never took them because he could tell you. I've been telling him that he should learn to play an instrument, because if you learn to play an instrument, vocabulary musically would widen and you would be able to do more. But he never did so. But that whenever we on the show, and as I say, we did whether most time, even though I'm the Calypso Monarch, close the show, right? Inspector was the closer, and that guy, I mean, he sung it in a song, make people shake their waist. So don't care. They say, "Oh, Inspector singing this, nothing singing shit." Inspector taking the same song that everybody criticizing, and he mashing up. All right. So I always, so before I go on, I used to think, but how doing me tonight, making. So what everybody else, all those other artists who going in front backstage, and I'm always the quiet one, making, because I had to think, I had to say my prayers, but those times I think, but it's Inspector making me think, because I want to fall too far from him.
Right.
For this silly the kid, and you don't hear nothing. No, I had to bring my top games every time.
Yeah,
and
I like the brotherhood that exists between you and Specky and the other artists.
Real quick on my feet, on stage,
Yeah.
So I would be thinking, because that's a deposit for when Inspector come, I mean, a little thing there. So when you think that people are gonna remember.
Yeah. Listen, Jamo, we kind of low on time there, and I wish we had better audio so that people won't complain that they're not hearing you clearly, because this is a very historical ride, one that will live on for a long time.
I want to let you off with this
Mhm.
because, as far as my understanding, you know, when you call me, I thought that we can about my new
Yeah,
direction, you know.
that's what I want to talk about. That's exactly what I want to talk about. That's what I want to
Exactly.
talk about now.
Okay.
Yes,
So
that's
I
that.
said
I wanted to end with that.
we in because to me that was the green light for
Yes,
this.
absolutely. No, no, that is exactly where we're going now. I wanted to dedicate
Yes.
a lot of time to it. Now, what we saw over the weekend was very inspirational, and you taking a different turn in your life and in the music. Tell us about that new direction. You got baptized this weekend.
Yes. Well, this is something that's been resting on my mind for a long time. As I mean, if you go through my repertoire, my catalog, you would realize that I was one that always try to trod on safe grounds. You know what I mean? And so I did some songs that, you know, uh, I don't too fussy about ever performing again or singing. But the major has been a work of good inspiration.
Yes.
And I was always a person who walked with the fairness of God. And
Mhm.
it's happened to me back in 2000 that I was going to give my life to Christ and start doing things a different dance. And that didn't happen. It started, I never really pers- uh, uh, pursue, never really continue
Right.
the momentum. And then
Mhm.
I back to those things. But yeah, you see, I when I was diagnosed with that changed a lot of things. All right. As some people may know, I lost the ability to do almost even to close my eyes. I couldn't close my eye. Up to now, close my left eye as totally. You know, so times I would still have to tip down my eyes, you know, because and so on. So my eyes not shutting properly. And I still some challenges, you know, from that Guillain-Barré syndrome. I lost almost everything except my consciousness. I was all and when I couldn't play my guitar,
Mhm.
this really scared me. Right? My thought was not whether I was going to survive because I just die. You know, even though the odds were so against me, but my faith, you know, and the way how I feel in my I thought I was going to survive, but the is I ask him please not to take away to play. When I speak about those things, that is kind of get emotional because from inside. So in my hospital room, I I asked my family to bring my guitar. All right, the man can walk. You know, you can't see, you can't do nothing, but you want. I had them bring the guitar to the hospital, and so I'm to rehab, and the guitar was brought into rehab. Ask me what's my primary. Uh, that's on my recovery, right? In rehab.
Mhm.
Write that on the board because there is this bulletin board in my room. So I told them, I say, you see that thing down in the corner in the brown bag? I say, I would like to go home. About my number one goal, what I really want to, is play that thing, right? And I asked God, take that away from me, that I won't be able to make music, that I won't be able to play my cut. Even if I couldn't walk again, and I told my family, I don't care. If I couldn't walk, family love me. They're gonna put me in a wheelchair, they're gonna push me where I had to go, they're gonna raise me. But I'm guys on my functionality, so I could play guitar and I could play music. I could play, right? And when me to take up the guitar, but at the time I couldn't feel, because Junior, a lot of people may not know that, right? Like a toddler, right? They were teaching pieces of sticks and try to put them in a hole. And I get so frustrated because I couldn't even pick up the sticks. So my hand, my fingers, they were feeling like this, like big. It's like my fingers was like a monster fingers. So I couldn't feel, you know what I mean? And I give the okay. And she said, well, just try. And I said, no, I know I can't. And tearing me up. But here, what? I hold on to my faith that,
Yes.
and that was like a driving force, motivate me. Like, so when I go to rehab, if they say 4 times, I'm trying to do it 10.
Yeah.
I want to see your force still going, you know what I mean? And they say, instructors, they say, they never saw anything like this. Junior, when the first get up, when I was able to stand up, all right? I stand up, the whole the hospital, because they never seen anything like that. All right?
It's truly a miracle. It's truly a miracle that you survive, and you're able to play, you're able to sing and do all these things. A lot of people who went through the same exact debilitating disease that you had, they was not as lucky. So it was a miracle. It is a miracle.
It was a miracle because people wouldn't realize that. All right? You see me playing my guitar, right? That I would try to play my guitar every day, and I would do things that is inspirational, things that make sense. Sometimes, Junior, when my fingers, right, I just lose quasi hands, my fingers. So I would feel like my nose itching me.
Right.
My hands going in my eyes.
Oh, wow.
You know, I can't, all right? I can't. When I cut in a coconut, right? I aim in the, but sometimes I miss it. You know, when I go up and I come down, so I had to be very careful with that. And sometimes, it works. When I reach in for notes and stuff on my guitar, it touching other notes that I don't want to touch.
Right.
And I realize the more I play, is the better I feel. Play my guitar, But that's a struggle that I have to go with. The way how I see it, I think God is reminding me of because I said, if I could do this, if you let me do this, good boy. So I was, when I got sick, I just knew because the vision I had and everyone, I almost passed away. I had a close death encounter. The vision that I had was, God, I was not ready for you. I'm not ready for you. Go and sing a song. And the song that was over, and I did a testimony about that whole thing, and but I always thought from that time that God kept me for two reasons. One, number this as honest as I could be. One, I think is my wife. That my wife, God didn't want to put her through this. And listen, I never saw my wife cry through the whole thing when I was sick. That woman is she always make you feel everything gonna be okay. All right, she and they're my strength. All my family, my kids, and my strength. But they're the two fighters. They're the warriors.
Right.
She never cried, but what she told me after when I started recovering, she told me that night when I had that when I was having that difficulty that and so on and I did tell her when they were trying to revive me, I tell her, let me go. I said, let me go. She rebuked me. She started crying, cussing, and she was angry. And she said, what stupidness you talking? She told me, don't say that. But I told her, let me go because I'm gonna give up. And then when the way how she reacted, and then I said, okay. And then I put on my fighting spirit again. But she told, right when I went through this that night, she said, and what happened? But that woman is an angel, Junior. That woman is God give me an right.
I guess you could say it's a promise kept because you.
Oh, yeah. When I went to the hospital, they said, no, you're not alone. Nobody alone. All through intensive care. I never see this. They someone to stay with me through my whole stay for weeks in the hospital was this woman home, and she going home and cook and get things and whatever she got to do, go to work hospital. So she went out on the balcony. That's what she told me. She went out on the balcony and she cried. That's what she said. And she said, God, don't take my husband from us. I believe that God had answered. And the second reason was that promise I had made even in my subconscious. God said, I'll give you another chance to make it right. So I started feeling that when I come back, and I was doing things, the secular thing, and a lot of things that happened. And I think that those things, people started to get distant from me. People said, we're good friends. They started to disappoint me, And even in my illness, like some, very few of them, they remain with me, But some of those people who, quote unquote, were my boy girls, some of them were nowhere to be found. Not even a phone call. That made me think. And then one day, a lady, well, she didn't walk up to me. I had a friend who I call electronic work for me on my band instrument. And when he came as his wife, and he said that lady was praying for you when you were sick. So I went to meet her. She wouldn't come out. When I went to the car, as soon as I touched the lady, just become like a like chicken, goosebumps all over. And she said, "Look," and I said, "I could see it." And then she said, and she started telling me how God kept me here. And then she started to reveal things to me, and she told me that God is going to from me, like people, even close family, people who I think are my friends, remove them from me and things like that. And then I started to see the lights. And then when my father died, I don't know the way how I felt about it. I never felt so. I didn't even thought that I would feel that way when you know. And things started going, you know, and it's like easy with a lot of things that I've been doing in my life. I started become uncomfortable doing them, and so I started a thing, and then I started playing music in the church, and so I started to feel more self gratification, spiritually, in a spiritual sense, you know. Then I thought that it didn't happen until in April of 20. I was inspired to write a song, and I titled the song "The Pregnant." I would encourage you and the listeners to go and listen to that. Just AJAMU, the Prodigal Son. Listen to it, and it was a song where the inspiration was like, I'm saying,
Now, well, I have
okay,
that song. I think I have that song. I have that song lined up, so we could play a piece of that song because it happened to be one of the songs that I vibe with. Let's listen to this song, "The Prodigal Son."
Take my hand, Lord. Pick me up now. Here I am, like a child. Take me as I am. For my burden is too heavy for I alone to bear. It's been so long, I've been traveling down this lonely road with no one to help me carry my heavy load. And I know, yes, I know that I'm still a child. Yes, I know. And I'm surely gonna need somebody to take my hand. But I'm sure I will write the times, and nothing gonna deprive me of my salvation. So even though the road is so rugged and steep, I'm in for the ride, because I know the good shepherd watch over the sheep. So I will cast away my pride, just like the prodigal son. No more will I roam, just like the prodigal son. I'm wounded but I'm coming home. Just like the prodigal.
That's the Prodigal Son, and we're gonna have a link to these songs. All the songs that we play here from AJAMU, it will be linked in the description, so you guys could go back and listen and vibe with the song. That one of my favorite, and there's another one again, Jamu, that I listen to all the time. Born Again is a song that I think everyone should possibly go and download it, put it in their iPod or wherever, and just blast it off, because
yeah,
this is a truly inspirational track.
Yeah, well, this track, my testimony. But as I say in the prodigal son, hey, you know, what do you have to lose? I mean, this heavy load you gotta carry. You can't carry this all by yourself.
Right.
Your
True.
niece gonna help you. Who is gonna help
Yeah.
you? Because your friends cannot. It's a personal thing between you and God. It's
Yeah.
only Jesus can help you. Can you carry that heavy load? And from the time when I was inspired to write a song, that there was no turning back. And in the conclusion of the song, I tried to what? I'm not looking back. I'm not
Right.
looking back because if I do my own fault, and I'm also afraid that if I look back of salt, quoting what happened to Lot's wife in the scripture. So this decision is made, and I'm going to go forward. I'm moving forward, and that's when the conviction that, and then it is written, for you to gain your salvation, you need that Jesus Christ is Lord, and you need to be baptized. When you your life to Christ, you need to be baptized because the symbol is renewed self. It's like you become a new man. When he says again, and they ask, well, can you go back to your mother's womb? That, but all old things passed away, and they all things become new man in the spirit, and you should be seeing it by the walk that I walk. So I was convinced that I'm sold, I'm bought, I'm sold the Lord, and I said there is no need to wait and sit on the boat. Who is going to call me to do a show? How I'm going to make money? I don't give nothing about the provide. So because
Yes.
I feel with what I'm doing now, pretty soon up where I will be performing around the world, but sending a different. So much for open up the door. You're almost 4
Right.
decades going on, plus decades, those secular music. And my life, even though I achieved, I had no, I wouldn't say so much money, because, I'm still consider myself as a poor man, but that don't mean nothing to me. But I gained wealth, in muchness. And I had it all right? But yet, emptiness. And I convinced that it doesn't matter how popular you are, you have, but when God ready for you, you cannot say, okay, hold on, you cannot buy your way out of nothing.
Right.
Already
Yeah.
been, my debt has already been paid by him, giving his life as a ransom for my sin and the sin of the world. He dies on the cross. So what I
Listen.
need to do now is to accept that and
Right.
start to live example. So the people who sees me, my brothers like inspect, see the glow on my face, and my prosperity sense, and they probably will get the urge as well. Specky.
Well, we'll wait for that one. But listen, Jamo, I got to say thank you for sharing your story with us, and also congratulate you on that new mission, that new direction. I think you're in a position to save a lot of souls with your inspirational words and your continuing inspirational music. So we say thank you so much, and thanks for chatting with us. I know we had a little bit of a
Let me say,
audio problems there, but I think that
and
people get the message.
but I hope, I don't have the power to save souls, but I think that has has blessed me with a talent that can help to inspire people in a positive direction.
Yeah.
And I would like to make one request, because I know that whole set of people, fans all over the world, that been following and supporting me when I was doing the secular music, inviting you now to get on board with the the born again, and start to love up and share up those new material that I'm putting out now. I haven't due to release. I'm probably gonna let it off maybe around December.
Right.
But I'm just support now. The media, the social medias, and everybody, and the promoters. What I mean?
Yeah.
Because I myself, as someone who come here to nobody, I will
Yeah.
I will spread the message that I have to go to spread the message. So for those people who, because I hear a lot of people asking, there's some saying, well, I don't need not performing again. No, you're wrong. I'm now ready. Gas in my tank. I would be singing a new song.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, Jamo, and we will continue to push it right here. Whenever you got some new music, send it off, and we'll try to get it out here on our platform as well. And we continue. Love this conversation. We anytime, man. It's an open door policy here. Just let us know. All right.
Thank,
Thank, thank you so much, my brother. We keep in touch.
Thanks for giving me that opportunity, Junior, so I can. And it was nice. I'm not seeing the people, but it's nice again to my voice, and it was
Yes.
nice, Inspector calling and Inspector has been one of my friend, and he's my friend for life.
Yes. Thank you so much, AJAMU. Kingman himself chatting with us live here on the ride. Yeah, guys, listen. We played a couple songs here on the program today, and we're gonna have our moderators link that song in the chat, right? And the last song that we have to play at the end, I want you guys to listen to it. Born Again. It's a very inspirational song. Get up in the morning and just have that song play. Whenever, any time of the day, you can listen to that song and feel a good vibe. All right, we'll play that back at the end. All right. Gotta say thank you guys for watching. Thanks for sharing so much. I know we had slight audio glitches. I saw you guys in the chat room complaining about it. But it is what it is. I know you guys still got the message, because a lot of you guys still stuck around and heard and hear what AJAMU had to say, and we appreciate that so much. All right. Let me give you guys some quick information before we play that last song. I want you guys to bookmark. Got to tell you about an event. Let me see what we have. Oh, yeah. Coming up, guys. And we're giving you guys early warning. Early warning, because it's a warning. The Riders turn 6. That's going to be in 2023, in February. But we want to tell you guys early, because we want you guys to be there. Wherever you are right now, make preparations to be in New York in February. We're going to give you the exact date and information. The Riders turn 6. Be an exciting event backed by tons of artists, personalities, past guests. They're all going to be in the house at the Riders turn 6. Okay? Don't forget it. Also, guys, for those of you who are the lucky ones, I know, boy, I'm not one of the lucky ones, because I never win in any bingo at all, right? But there are people who are very, very lucky. Join us as we bring to you our virtual bingo, right? It's a fundraiser. Because, Christmas is coming up, and we want to make sure that we have toys for the kids. We want to make sure that we could continue the work that we're doing here by providing all the services. At Christmas time, we provide 100 ham, we provide hampers, all of that costs, right? So we're doing this fundraiser and brunches that we have coming up to raise funds to support these ventures. So if you want to support our ride along virtual bingo, the tickets are only $5, guys. Only $5. You support him with only $5, and you could win a total of $500. It's $13 EC, $13 EC, and you could win a total of $500. Now, there are other games that you could play as well. But go in there, guys, and buy some tickets. Buy 2, buy 3, buy 4 bingo tickets. Increase your odds of winning. And you could put down $5 and win $500. You want to see everyone take a chance at this tonight? Go ahead and purchase ticket tonight. Everybody, listen, let me put where you could get your ticket, right? Let me put where you could get your ticket tonight. Don't stick, because we have only 350 tickets that we have to sell, right? And we want to sell out the whole thing. You can get your tickets tonight at ridebuy.com. That's ridebuy.com. Bernadette, you need a ham? Yes, I know you need a ham. Get a ticket first. Before you get the ham, you have to get the ticket. Okay, that's how we could get the ham, right? That's how we get to get the ham. So if you want a ham, you have to go and get 2 tickets, 3 tickets, 4 tickets, and invite your friends and everyone to support this venture so we could buy the ham, deliver the ham to the people, right? And also our food vouchers and everything else that we do around Christmas time. So get the tickets, guys, tonight. The link is ridebuy.com, RYDEBUY.com. Get your tickets tonight. Don't stick. It's a fundraiser. And for those of you who say, oh, only $500, hey, what? You could add to it, If you want to make it 1,000, just give us another 500 and we make it 1,000, right? Its proceed goes towards a worthy cause. So go ahead and support it right now. Hey, Bernadette Sanders, how you doing? Thank you so much. Rena, how you doing? Big up yourself. I ain't see Rena here in a long time, guys. So tell Rena to buy a few tickets. And let's play. It's virtual, so you can play anyway. No matter if you're here in the US or if you're in Canada, England, Grenada, wherever, you can still buy your ticket at ridebuy.com. All right. Also, guys, I got to tell you that we are on Instagram. Yeah, we're on Instagram, man, for sure. Not Instagram. Damn, I'm getting old. We are on TikTok. I'll tell you how you could follow us on TikTok. Stop. Listen, don't move. I got some important information for you. Ride Along Live is moving to TikTok. And we want to take you along with us. I'm beginning to have some serious second thoughts about this. No, I'm not going to be dancing or nothing like that. You won't see that. But it's going to be excitement. It's going to be fun. And we're on TikTok.
Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
So click the link at the bottom and follow us on TikTok. It will be a TikToking experience. Follow us on TikTok and let's expand the platform together.
Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.
Yes. Again, guys, we want you guys to get your tickets tonight for our Riders Ride Along Support Group fundraiser virtual bingo. As you purchase your ticket, you will get the bingo ticket in your email. You could play from anywhere in the world, right? The event takes place on Friday, October 28th, live on Ride Along from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. There also will be live performers and entertainment. All right, so that's Ride Along Support Group fundraiser virtual bingo. Get your ticket tonight at ridebuy.com. That's ridebuy.com. Again, guys, we say thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a part of our program. Today, we catch you guys tomorrow on behalf of all of our team here. Guys, we got to tell you about Vanguard Limited. Now, I got to welcome Vanguard Limited on our platform. They just came in on board with us, but you're going to be hearing a lot more about them, right? If you want to get the moringa plant, which is known as a miracle plant, this moringa plant, guys, It is a miracle plant, right? And it has all, I mean, it has all the vitamins that you need, right? So they have this in capsule format, they have it in powder format, they even have it in oil format. For you here, the merengue plant, guys, if you want more information on Vanguard and where you could order this merengue product worldwide. They're here in the US, they're in the Caribbean. If you want to order it, go on the page right now. You'll see the information. Click that link, make that call, and order right now. Big up to Vanguard Limited for coming on board and starting this campaign as we tell you about the miracle product, the merengue product that is available right now. Again, guys, on the behalf of all our team here at Ride Along Live, we say good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
I come that I might give life, says the Lord, and give it in abundance. But the thief of your soul comes only to steal, kill, and destroy you of your joy, your destiny, and the hope of eternal life.
Lord, you lift me up from the rubble, and you place me on solid ground. Though I'm weak, but you make me feel so strong. Even though I may not be worthy of your mercies and saving grace, you're still standing by with an outstretched hand. You call me because only you know my heart. You know my heart. You call me. Now it's time for a brand new start. Hold me, Jesus, hold me, hold me, hold me. Hold me, Jesus, hold me, hold me, hold me. Hold me, Jesus, hold me, hold me, hold me. Have your way and use me, because I'm born again, again, again. Oh yes, I'm born again, again. Oh Lord, I got sick and tired of running, being afraid of what I don't know. In my sinful state I was dying slow. Hey! All the bright lights and all the glamour, all the places I used to go, I got no desire to go no more. You call me because only you know my heart. You know my heart. You call me. Now it's time to make that new start. No stopping now. Hold me, Jesus, hold me, hold me, hold me. Hold me, Jesus, hold me, hold me, hold me. Hold me, Jesus, hold me, hold me, hold me. Have your way and use me, because I'm born again, again, again. Another child is born again. Wash out my soul in the water, cleanse out my soul in the water, and make me whole in the water. Oh me Lord, oh me Lord. In this time of woes and confusion, it is clear that nobody knows what is waiting for us behind the doors. Hey! There's no doubt prophecy fulfilling, and the day of judgment is near. Like a thief in the night you will appear. You call me because only you know my heart. my heart. You call me. Now it's time to make that new start. No turning back. Hold me, Jesus, hold me. Hold me, hold me. Hold me, Jesus, hold me. Hold me, hold me. Hold me, Jesus, hold me. Hold me, hold me. Have your way and use me. Use me. Because I'm born again, again, again. Oh yes, I'm born again, again, again. A son is born again, again, again. Another child is born again.
I am the door, he says, the pathway to salvation. He that enters by me shall go in and out and find pasture. Come to me, all you that are heavy laden, and I will give you rest, says the Lord. Take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn it, no, but that the world through him might be saved. For it is by love and for love of humanity that the Father sent his only Son, that the human experience can move from mortality to immortality. Hold fast to the treasure of life. What is that treasure, you ask? It is the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Call upon him today, for whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved.